G's, Coach Davis back with another video, and in this video I will be discussing a topic that is very important, a topic that I experienced firsthand from a loved one of mine, my father, and I've experienced this with, associates and people I've been around throughout my life, being in homeless shelters and being in the projects. Y'all enjoy the content. Y'all communicate with me and let me know how y'all feel about the video. And if you're going through this, I hope I can help you with this and, get through it and work towards bettering yourself, because you can always, grow from that. I'm sure it is just a phase, and as long as you put the work in, you'll be all right. And if you know anybody else that's going through this, I would suggest that you give them their space, because the last thing you want to be is a person that comes off as you know it all and you trying to make it seem, just don't be bothered with it. I would say just keep your distance from those people and allow them to figure it out on their own, unless they come to you for advice. But y'all enjoy the content. Salute all my new G's, salute all my day one G's. Next target, 650. I'm blessed and I'm honored to be an influence and help everybody on this journey, whatever the fuck y'all doing, whether it be help you throughout your day to day and, just be a better man. Salute. Really think about it. If you really, really, really think about it, right? Where do you think something like mental health springs from? I mean, I can tell you off the top of my head, habits. Whatever habits you have, creates the person that you will become. If you play basketball for a year, by next year, you're going to be a motherfucking problem on the court. If you drink for a year, by next year, you go out with somebody that don't drink, they're not going to want to go out with you, because they know that you probably going to influence them to be doing something that's out of their character. I've been around people like that, and I have done that stupid shit. Drinking like I knew I could drink, because I was trying to fit in with my older friends that was drinkers, and wound up looking stupid because I was the nigga in the cab while the cab was trying to take us to the crib. I'm throwing up out the motherfucking window because I can't hold my motherfucking liquor. That only happened once, but after that I learned my fucking lesson. It was New Year's like 2 years ago. What a fucking night. The majority of young men growing up becoming young adults, we play video games all day. If you got lenient parents like mine, you smoking weed in the house playing video games, right? Which then leads to you getting pussy. And before that, you was already ejaculating crazy to watching mad porn. So video games, drugs, and porn, and excessive ejaculation, and sleeping with a bunch of women, fucking with your spirit and your energy and shit. If you think about it, everybody got mental health issues on the low. Pay attention to that. You feel me? If we doing that for the majority of our lives, we all got some motherfucking issues. Some people just got it worse than others because maybe they was on a whole nother level with the shit. You feel me? It's levels to mental health. Ugh. See, I'm fortunate enough to not have schizophrenia. Something that my father got prescribed to with, which is very scary. It was scary for me for a very long time. I was dealing with extreme paranoia, scared to death, wondering if I had schizophrenia. And from what I've heard and how I see him act and how I act, I do not have schizophrenia. But I have had doctors trying to convince me that I have it, maybe because it's genetic. And my father telling me the same thing. There is absolutely nothing wrong with me. From the stories I heard, from the things that he's done, I don't really want to say, because I don't want to put him out there like that. But I was even in shock. Right? So how do you avoid mental health? Like me and maybe have a parent that's suffering from a diagnosis, Like I said, I'm not the smartest person in the world. I may slur or skip some fucking words. So, how do you avoid having mental health issues? Well, there is no way to avoid that. I'm gonna give you the cold, hard truth. Why? Because, yeah, you on semen retention, retaining your seed, bettering yourself. But what happens when you go on your cell phone like me? Like a week ago, I'm listening to Pop Smoke music. I'm having a great day. I'm scrolling on YouTube, TMZ, breaking news, Pop Smoke got killed. Now, my day was fucked up. And my mind was fucked up. And I was dealing with a little bit paranoia that the motherfuckers ran to his shit like that and smoked him. So, like I said, there's levels to it. You deal with some sort of mental health issues, especially if you've been ejaculating to porn since you were about 11 to 12 years old, all the way to my age. I'm 23 and I'm just now stopping. Now, technically, I'm fighting a mental health issue, because if you really do your research and you see how fucked up your brain is on porn, they say it's equivalent to your brain being on heroin. You may not want to believe that, and I kind of don't want to believe that. But wow, heroin? That was enough for me. I heard that shit, I was like, oh. Then on top of that, I'm smoking weed. Well, I was. I'm like a month sober right now. Wow. Habits, man. It's how you maintain the best mental health that you can have. But you will have something still there as you continue to go along your journey, right? Because now we gotta be playing catch up. I'm playing catch up. That's why I'm so hard on the 15-year-old young G that I talk to as often as I can. Because he's a little bit ahead of the game. You know, he has a better chance of being greater than me and a lot of young men that are older than him on this journey. And I want that for him. You feel me? It's all about habits. Now it's time to change. You know what you need to do now. There's no need for you to be relapsing. I don't care if you have a girlfriend. I don't care if you have a wife. Your health comes first. Ejaculation period is not healthy for you. Understand that. It's not healthy, regardless of who you with or how you do it. Stop. Take control of your life as a man. Or else you have no reason to complain if your life turns into shit. No one is more important than me, and you must feel the same way. You think I'm gonna let a beautiful woman come in my life and take control of me because she's beautiful? Or because she got a nice jiggly ass, which is I would consider one of my weaknesses, just like every other man on earth? Right? Habits. Watch what you do. Watch what you watch. I have no TV. I don't know if you can see. I have no TV. I have no game system. I have no laptop. I probably will get a laptop soon, though, just to help me with my YouTube shit. But anyway, all I have is what you see me on now, my cell phone. I cannot remember the last time I played a video game. Probably like 2 years ago. I cannot remember the last time I sat down and watched TV. Maybe also 2 years ago. Year and a half, maybe. But that's what it's all about. How bad do you want to be great? How bad do you want to be healthy? What are you willing to sacrifice for your mental health? To start now. Especially where I'm from and where I live. A bunch of violence going on all the time. You have to be able to at least win the battle within yourself. Or else you down too. You losing with you, and then you gotta also be out here safe in this world. And be prepared for anything. So if you win the battle with yourself, at least you have an advantage for whatever comes next. On this journey, I feel like I can handle anything. And I'm only 74 days in. That's scary good. That's scary good, and I'm thankful that I'm receiving these benefits after fucking up for a very long time in my life. I'm thankful. Because Lord knows, maybe I would have gotten schizophrenia if I would have kept at the rate that I was at with smoking weed, watching a bunch of porn, acting like a motherfucking squirrel, always thirsty for my next nut with a woman. That's how my father was. He was a Mac in his days. My father was like 250 pounds of muscle, straight muscle. I used to look up to this dude. We be taking walks. Every woman was looking in this man's face and wanted a piece of my pops. I done seen him with some of the finest Spanish women I've probably ever seen as a youngin'. You feel me? To now, seeing him make that change is... I'm gonna end this video off with this last clip. A doctor can't help you with your mental health. I have a better chance at helping you with your mental health than a doctor. Yeah, I said it and I got the balls to say it. I believe most doctors are brainwashed. I was going to go to school to become a doctor when I was working at the hospital. They were going to help me pay for school to go become a doctor, a neurologist, because I was obsessed with the brain. And I didn't even know about semen retention at that time. But I wanted to learn about the brain and study the brain. Need some water. But I didn't do it because I seen the ins and outs of the hospital as I was working in there. Day shifts, night shifts, afternoon shifts. And I seen how most doctors just didn't seem to really give a fuck about their patients because they had so many. And I didn't like how these doctors were treating these people. I was disgusted. And it motivated me, and I knew that I wanted to somehow be something in some way that genuinely cared about everybody. If you ever meet me in person, you better speak to me. Because I will speak to you back however long you want to speak to me. Because I care. You need to help yourself with your mental health. Find the answers that you need to look for your own unique life. And you will find them. You will find them. Because like they say, you reap what you sow. Keep that in mind. And you're going to be all right. Continue to retain your seed. And you're going to be all right. Understand that this is not a semen retention channel. This is a life channel. I'm signing out. Enjoy the rest of your night, fellas. And welcome to the brotherhood. Salute.